Salutations, my video gaming bros! Today's video games are all about rally racing, sword fighting, and everything in between. So without any further ado, let's jump right into this video game roundup, shall we? Solar Ash is a rollerblading, rail-grinding romp through the cosmos. Players assume control of a void runner named Ray, who leaps and bounds with mesmerizing momentum through a cotton candy cloudscape. Pastel colors wash over the polygonal world of the Ultra Void, with environments that range from crumbling cities to acidic green waterfalls in the sky. And what sets this 3D platformer apart from most others is the fast-paced fluidity of the main character. Ray's breakneck speed skating is easy to pick up but challenging to master. And with practice, you too can land some sick rail grind jump combos into slow-mo melee finishers, my bodacious bro. Was that English? Once you've rid the world of the gooey red eyeball infestation, you'll come face to face against a Shadow of the Colossus-sized boss fight. These battles are the true test of skill in this game, where you have to perfectly chain jumps and attacks while flipping upside down and backwards around a behemoth. The training wheels get ripped right off at the sight of your first boss fight, so get used to strapping on your skates time and time again. Just like your dad's old souped-up Crown Vic, Art of Rally is a sleeper when compared to other rally racing games. Yeah, the graphics ain't much to shake a stick at, but that's all a part of the minimalistic charm, my friend. Spectators are little rectangular prisms with personality that cheer you on and run across the track when you really don't want them to. And after you've had a good laugh rolling your DOS whip down the colorful cliff sides of Japan, it's time to jump out of the sandbox and throw on that racing uniform. Tracks range from the logging villages of Finland to the sunset-dusted roads of Kenya. And when the lights turn green, rally racing enthusiasts will realize there's no navigator in the passenger seat. Huh? The camera is pulled back quite a bit. You can adjust it in different third-person perspectives, so there's no need for a navigator. In fact, you can run this rally race solo. Word of the wise, this game does run best on PC. Players on the Nintendo Switch will notice long loading times and low-res graphics, which makes the Nintendo Switch version just feel a little bit sluggish, to say the least. Katana Zero lets you roleplay as a precognitive cassette tape-toting samurai. This pixelated side-scroller lets you dish out death with style and a ponytail. When you're done recovering from the extremely R-rated narrative, topped off with bloodshed and drug use, of course, what would this be without that? Then guess what? It's time to slap on those headphones and skewer some bad guys. All it takes is one swipe of your sword to eliminate unsuspecting bad guys. But here's the catch, the same rule applies to you, my friend. As unforgiving as that sounds, you actually have infinite attempts to complete the perfect stealth kill combo. Slow down time, unsheath your sword, grab whatever sharp object is within reach, because that's how you'll be doing it, Katana Zero style. Due to this one-hit death mechanic, however, boss fights can be particularly painful. And speaking of painful, let me just let you in on a little secret here. Go into the settings and turn down the bloom and shaders because these visual effects can be extremely jarring on the eyes. You know, flashing warnings and such. You're welcome. One last note, the game developers are working on a significant update to conclude the story, so don't get too chapped when you see the credits roll after a Dubs TF cliffhanger, man. It sucks. Dang. Journey is an artistic spectacle to behold. Its critical praise is 100% earned and justified, given the fact that this is an emotionally delicate masterpiece with a thought-provoking finale. Like an orchestral piece of cinema, this is a story for the ages without any dialogue. After a very brief cutscene, controls are handed over to the player, where a nameless two-legged robed creature is able to walk around and jump in the air. Simple as that. And here's the cool part. Nothing but your own intuition is going to tell you to begin your trek toward the mountain in the horizon. From that point on, the journey unfolds. There are some light puzzle platforming sections buried beneath the sunken cities in the sand dunes, but that only adds variety to the otherwise impeccable pacing. With that said, it's best to leave the mountain climb shrouded in mystery, as this is one story that you'll want to experience spoiler-free. A single playthrough can take roughly 3 hours for first-time players, So sit back, relax, and slap on your surround sound headphones because you're in for a wild ride. Who knew that a Bejeweled lookalike could be so gosh dang fun, bro? Grindstone is an action puzzle game where you play as a blue mountain man whose sole mission is to decimate the infinite onslaught of squiggly critters. Let's go! Adventure Time meets the Midnight Gospel with this cartoonish, albeit gory animation. You're slapped in a grid surrounded by a bunch of perturbed enemies that need to be sliced through in a color-coded fashion. The more you can chain through, the more jewels you'll get. And if you're professional enough to combo count 20, you might even get to hear Yorge's rallying battle cry. There's even a hub area where you can spend your hard-earned gems on questionable food options and whatever that stuff is. The more you get sucked into this grindstone fever, the more variety of complicated boss fights, villains, and doodad critters you'll be able to fight. There are most likely more levels here than you'll ever care to reach, but Grindstone does deliver on some solid brain-bashing fun, man. Ghost of Tsushima is set during the 13th century Mongol invasion of Japan, where players take the role of Jin Sakai, a lone samurai whose sole mission is to save his uncle from the Mongols. Equipped with a katana, a bow, and a myriad of other weapons, Jin's method of attack when purging Mongol strongholds is ever-changing. Like a nod to the infamous series from Sucker Punch Studios, players get the choice of being able to attack enemies head-on with their honor intact in an all-out duel, or they can sneak around and stealth kill like a ninja. Either way is equally rewarding as your legend grows with each successfully slain foe. The skill upgrades are easy enough to customize, and players won't be getting lost in any sort of ammo crafting or resource management like other games kinda like this one. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Horizon Forbidden West. And if there is one gripe to be had with this game, the way the camera seems to awkwardly pan out a little bit makes one believe that the Sucker Punch Studios was too busy animating their silky smooth grass effects to put any real love and care into the NPC's facial expressions. You know, when you're having a little side quest and you're talking to a guy and the camera's just way over here, like, yeah, let's not worry about that. But look at this grass, man! Look at that! That's it for this gaming roundup. If you'd like to read a more in-depth review of Solar Ash where I get into the little nitty-gritty emotional pieces of that game, then check out the blog post in the link below. I hope one of today's games piqued your fancy, guys, and until next time, peace out, players.